Hi, I'm Boomer, and you might as well kill me right now because I just spent 13 minutes making a tutorial and then I forgot that I didn't check audio, and that's really loud. I'm going to turn it down. I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm going to go ahead and put it there. You're probably going to want to turn up your speakers. No, you're not, because I can still see the red bar! Okay, I'm hyper right now for some reason. Um, but yeah, I just spent 13 minutes making a tutorial and then I realized, hey, I forgot to check audio, so it was recording audio. So you can go ahead and kill me now. Um, so I basically have to redo that whole thing. That really sucks. So I'm going to delete, not the presets, but I'm going to delete all of this so you guys know what I'm doing. And I'm going to go ahead and make this default so you know what I'm doing even more. Um, so first off, I'm giving you guys I'm teaching you guys how to do two things. How to set up your clip, not set up like phase or dare, because dares is scrub. Just kidding, dares awesome, and phase is whatever. But what you're gonna want to do is like make it so it doesn't look retarded. Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is make sure that you're gonna click this box right here. It's called Project Video Properties. You're gonna click on that, and you're gonna go to your template and make sure that it is this template right here. HD 720 by 60p, set 1280 by 720p, 59.940 frames per second. Unless you have a dazzle, which you are going to, what is it? Just use the same template, but change the frame rate to, I think it's 29.97, and then it just makes it not by 60p but by 30p. So if you have a HD PVR, Blackmagic, or whatever else captures in what is it, HD, then just go back to that. Oh, that's not it. There we go. That right there. Just make sure that it's 720 by 60p, 1280 by 720, 59.940 frames per second. Make the full resolution rendering quality best, and make sure that the motion blur type is Gaussian, and then the de-interlacing method is none. And then you're going to want to go to your audio and make sure that the resample and stretch quality is best, and then the bit rate or bit depth is, you can use 16 or 24. I've never touched 8. I've used 24 a few times, but I didn't really notice a difference. I wouldn't use 8 just because I can imagine what that would do. And then make sure this is stereo. And you're gonna want to click Start All New Projects with these settings. That way you never have to mess with that ever again. So click OK. Now what you're going to do is right click on your clip and then click Properties, and it's gonna be like this. It's gonna say Smart Resample. You're gonna want to click Disable Resample, and then you can change the name of the clip whatever you want. I'm gonna go ahead and, you don't have to. I'm just gonna go ahead and name it Tut for the walls. But and I might actually end up using this clip. So now what you want to do, unless the person that sends you the clips to edit, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry for that. My brother just interrupted me. So what was I doing? Oh yeah. Unless the person who sent you your clips is good, then what you want to do is click Event Pan Crop. Actually, you should always just do this, just make sure. And yours is going to look like this, but there is going to be, actually there might be one on mine right now, but I just don't notice it. Tiniest little bit right there. You guys probably can't see this unless you're in full screen. Tiny little black dot right, or black line. But there's either going to be black lines here and here, and these lines right here, or there's going to be lines here and here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're just going to want to click one of, or actually you're going to want to make sure that maintain aspect ratio is off, So just click that and make sure it's off, and then drag this in just the tiniest little bit, just to make sure, or until that those black bars are gone at least. I have a preset for it, so I'm going to go ahead and use my preset. So now what you want to do is save a preset. I have mine called Yay. Just type in whatever you want right here and then click the Save Preset button. Okay, now for the actual color correction, which is actually what the tutorial was going to be originally, and then I decided that I was going to go ahead and show you guys how to do that first. So now what you're going to do is go to Levels, and you're going to have a color correction that looks like this. I'm going to give you guys the settings, but what you are going to want to do is drag Reset to None. You're going to want to drag that onto your clip. But I'm going to drag my preset on, and I'm going to show you guys the settings. So hold on, let me tell this kid that right now. Okay, but the settings for it, you're gonna want to have the input start 0.321. Oh yeah, and you want the channel to be all channels. 0.321, input end 1.0, output start 0.0, output end 1.0, and then gamma you want it to be 1.0. Really the only things I ever mess with are the input start, and that'll make it brighter, or the input end, I'm sorry. That makes it brighter if you drag it down. It's dark if you drag it up. And then this right here, the input start, which makes it dark if you drag it up. So it basically does the same exact thing as the input start, except, yeah. So I'm going to drag that preset back on. But yeah, so you want to have your settings like that, and then just go ahead and save a preset, name it whatever you want, and then click Save Preset, obviously. Alright, now what you want to do is, if your clip, or if this is too dark for your clip, what you want to do is add Brighten to it, which is a built-in preset, I believe. If you don't have it, just make it the input start 0, the input end 7 or 0.7, the output start 0, and the output end 1, and the gamma 1, and save a preset, name it Brighten. And you can add that on as many times as you want. I've never added on more than twice. Right now with just one it looks fine. So I'm gonna leave just one Brighten on because I don't want it to be too bright. Now what you're going to do is just mess with the color curves, okay? In the tutorial before, I made this one because this whole montage that I'm actually editing right now is for a girl. Miss Lady X or Lady Quicks or whatever you want to call her. This whole thing on her is for her. Funny. But I screwed up, so now I have to redo it and make another color correction. I'll probably still end up using that though, so because I've preset. And I named it Girly because I'm in touch with the feminine side. So what you're going to do is drag Reset to None on your clip and color curves. I think I forgot to say yes for color curves. So while you're in levels, you're just supposed to scroll up and get excuse me, color curves, and then just drag Reset to None on there, and then really all this is just trial and error trying to get the right color correction for your clip. There are 4 different channels. There's RGB, red, green, and blue. Say you have like a really grungy montage that you're making right now. You're gonna drag this over. You're gonna drag this like, I don't know how to explain it. Here, it's easier if I say that it's a bright, happy montage. Okay, so you have like a happy, bright montage. What you're gonna want to do is drag this down. You don't, this node right here, this little white box that I've been playing with that I forgot to tell you guys what it is. If you drag it out, it like if you drag it out and up, it makes it brighter, and if you drag it down, it makes it darker. So if you, yeah, so I really don't know how to explain color correction. It really doesn't make sense unless you know what I'm talking about, which you don't, because I'm stupid and I don't know how to describe color correction. But you just want to mess with these, uh, and then switch the channel to red. And like, say you want like a red montage, like say like the theme of it is red, then you're just gonna want to drag this one up, and then maybe this one up just a tiny little bit, not too much, or you don't, I mean, you don't have to touch it at all. If you drag it out, then it's going to make it like the red barely noticeable. If you drag it in, it's going to make it really noticeable. So yeah, and then if you want it to be like a blue montage, which is on the other spectrum of red, I think, yeah, I think it is, you're going to drag these down. And then if you want it to be a little bit of mix, what you do is you put basically the opposite of the RGB. So I try and do that, and it looks kind of like DNA, kind of, me getting in touch with my nerdy side. So you just mess with this. I mean, it's all trial and error. Like, you don't have a clue how to make the right color correction. I can't go in and be like, okay, this is what I have to do with my color correction to make it look good. This looks okay. It's barely noticeable though. Unlike the one that I made in the last one. Why do I have two color curves on here? Unlike the one that I made in the last tutorial that I screwed up on, which is very noticeable, but it looks good because it's a montage for a girl. I really like the look of this for this montage, so I'm going to go ahead and keep these. If you guys want this color correction, I really can't help you get the exact one, unless you want, I mean, all you can really do is just copy down these. So for red, or for RGB, I'm sorry, hold on, wow, how am I going to get that? I think I have the exact same for RGB and blue. That was a really weird sound. I don't know, just try and copy these down. For the green one, it's obviously green. For the red one, it's obviously red. And then I believe for the RGB, I believe it's blue. I'm not 100%. I can't tell you because for some reason Vegas doesn't let you mess with it. But hold on, let me change this and see if it's there. No, it's not there. Oh, maybe it is actually. Show all. Yeah, I don't know where it is. I don't think I had RGB for some reason. That's weird. Control Z. Oh, it's not working out. Oh my goodness, I wish this could be a lot easier than it is, but it's not because I'm horrible. So I guess I don't have an RGB for some reason. Oh, you know what it is? If you mess with if you mess with any of these, then it just changes it, so it doesn't have an RGB. So if the red is this, so you want to drag this one out and then down, and this one out and down. And then the green is like this. You want to drag the one over here all the way in, and this one you want to drag down and way out. And then for the blue, you want to drag this one down and then really close to the line, and this one out, and yeah. So you guys can just go ahead and look at all of those. I'll show all of them again. So just mess with all of those until you can kind of get this effect right here. If you want this color correction, if you don't want it, then just mess with the color correction however you want. And I've been talking for 14 minutes, which is a minute longer than last time. So in this 14 minutes, I've taught you guys how to set up a video so it doesn't look retarded, and how to do good color correction. So you guys need to like, comment, and subscribe, and to do all that stuff. Maybe I'll have a giveaway. Just kidding, I'm not White Boy 7th Street, so you don't have to do anything unless you want to. Love you all. Peace out.